Alexa Tieu for FoxSportsArizona.com alongside Paul Coro of AZCentral Sports. And Paul, the Suns just wrapped up their season and they had a losing record, so we're not going to touch on that. But what were the highlights? What were the bright spots from the Suns team?
Well, born out of all the injuries and the opportunities were created for young guys to play a lot more than anyone expected. Obviously, Devin Booker was the biggest benefactor of that. He was in a guard situation where he was out of the rotation for a lot of the beginning of the year, or very short minutes, limited role. And he was thrust into a situation where he was even running the offense at time, being put in different areas to score on the floor that he had never done before at Kentucky. This guy was a guy that was a bench player as a freshman at Kentucky last season and never had a 20-point game. And now he's having 30-point games in the NBA. So there's nothing but benefit for that, for him to experience all phases and see things defensively that he'd never seen before. Speaking of defense, he needs to grow a lot on that end too.
So a few things to look at during the offseason for him. But, I mean, the Suns themselves, their offseason, head coach Earl Watson, a lot of the players are very happy with his performance. What did you think?
Yeah, for the situation he was in, he was probably the ideal guy to get. They were out of the mix. They had certain things they needed to accomplish with developing young players, getting Markieff Morris to the point where he could be traded. He kept them up. The goal wasn't that they were going to make a charge or play 500 ball or anything like that. The goals were more long-term. He never tried to do anything that was just for the immediate. He was always trying to set things for the future, and I think that's what's given him a great chance at getting the job. Not to mention the fact, like you said, the coaches or the players are totally behind him now, and there seems to be a lot of internal belief that he'll stay on.
So looking forward to the Suns season next year, any moves this offseason that they have to make that you think?
Yeah, there'll be a lot of things they need to do. The huge gaping hole is that power forward. They have nobody under contract at that position coming back. It's a place in the starting lineup where they could really change the dynamic of the team. They obviously have a center tandem. They have great guards, maybe a wing too, but that plays into, especially if they keep so many guards, some of those guys might slide over to 3 at some point. So 4 is a place where they can really improve the team.
Well, we will check back with you this offseason at some point, I'm sure. But for more continued Suns coverage, follow Paul Coro on Twitter and FoxSportsArizona.com.